Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our In the Eye of the Storm, our Dungeons and Dragons live play. I'm the Ravnos Archon. My name is Will, and I will be your storyteller this evening. Last we left off, we didn't have Eteocles, and tonight we're not going to have Togoth, but we opened up with the group on the next morning, which is the Paderewski of Thritos. Togoth woke up to see that Eteocles and Helen were not in the room with him, and that the bed was cold, likely that he didn't sleep there. They looked around, and he saw that they might have gone out the window because the door was still kind of very closed, and there was not any tracks leading outside. When I went downstairs for breakfast, where he joined Dolo and Aelin, they saw that a pair of the boots from the assailants from the previous night had been nailed down where they stood, and in red paint, the words "mistakes were made" were painted around them. They discussed the letter that reads, "Young master, it is with a heavy heart that I inform you that it has been too long since your infection. Though some of the gods are merciful, even some things are beyond us mere vessels of their power. I can only recommend that you find passage out past Harrig's Passage and get yourself to Ashengard City. The drow there might be able to tend to your affliction better than we can. Safe travels, your loyal servant," and signed the letter P. Togoth realized that the wax seal was a symbol of the Temple of Poseidon. They met the day shift bartender, who is named Mandin, who is a half elf who has dangerous let his hair grow dangerously close to being a mullet. And Aelin left a note for Eteocles that reads, "You left us, fucker, so we left you too. See you later," and it just signed with the letter A. They discussed the options they had, which is going to the guild, going to the family, or going to the cobbler and or tailor for the piece of clothing that they found. And they leaned towards going to the temple as the safest option. They met an acolyte there who took them to Acolyte Pertil, who happens to be the one that wrote the letter. Warned them that the letter was time sensitive and it had been sent out about 4 days ago. The messenger was paid handsomely, 10 gold, to deliver the letter. But they also learned that Rierto is a friend of the family from Moses, the halfling who was supposed to be staying at the Tide Swallow estate. And they also learned that it sits north of the Seawall docks and it's part of the Old Kingdom, as it's called in the city. It is also owned by House Vold, more specifically by Arthold Vold. And then the acolyte asked them to see if they could find Rierto for him and bring him back before he harms himself or anyone else. They learned that he had fallen into the company of some bad people, and they left. And they kind of split up trying to find where the acolyte left, but they couldn't find him. They ended up going to the fairgrounds where they met a circus barker. Nobody asked his name, but who egged on Togoth after seeing him kind of having fashioned a stake from a wooden chair leg. Charged everyone 1 silver piece to kind of go into the eccentricities tent, where they met a female elf, who they also did not ask their name. But they saw the 4 main attractions of the eccentricities tents were the mermaid of Moses, the Cerberus cow of Ashengard, the thunder lizards of the southern wilds, and the mummified and staked corpse of Count Lirith of Momont. All of the current shows are meant to be fun and not in any way serious, but part of the attraction was removing the stake from the Count's body and having it like an animatronic just kind of spring up and surprise whoever wasn't expecting it, which for this little go around was Dolo, who immediately took off running, screaming about having dangerous monstrosities as part of the circus attraction. They went back outside. They went to the Temple of Poseidon. where they were met by a dwarven female acolyte who revealed that acolyte Perito had been on vacation for the better part of a fortnight. He was helping to reconstruct the Temple of Poseidon in Arcanol, the south, and she also revealed that the other acolyte that they dealt with wasn't one of the acolytes that they had currently in the employ. Hogarth went off to investigate on his own. Aelin and Dolo were introduced to an acolyte, Augustus, who is a half-orc and the eldest member of the temple currently here. This is when Dolo used one of his magical charms for being a warlock, but we learned that distance matters, and Aelin failed the saving throw and became charmed as well as the half-orc. But they got some good information. Togoth found out that the young man that they had dealt with before was an acolyte, Ivan, who had died 30 years prior, who was friends with Perito, who had grown up together. And they also learned that any ghosts present would violate the Treatise of Hades, whatever that is. Augustus told them that he would contact the caravan and find out whether or not Perito had come back to the city. But they also learned that the Tideswallow estate caters to a wealthier kind of clientele. Aelin made note of all the paintings that were there, and they all realized that the newer paintings that Perito had commissioned of the current clergy all had a bust-like feel, being from the shoulders up, but they also had a full body image with someone else in the image to kind of give you a size comparison. They also met another acolyte, a gnome named Yatra, who currently had his painting being done. And they learned that Rierto had come to see Perito before the caravan left. And they also learned that Rierto was a guest of House Ildar. They learned that the Ginta ship, the Ginta family ship, was docked at the winter docks, and Dolo gave an offering of 2 gold pieces to the temple in the name of Lady Yasica, the murdered victim that they are in the middle of trying to figure out who killed and why. But we left off with the group heading to the docks as the charm was counting down to the moment of it wearing off, and I am so excited for when we get there. But I'd like to open with Eteocles, because he's the one that took off on you last time.
Yes.
So,
Hello.
we open on you in your evening adventure. You've crawled out the window. Be very respectful not to wake up Togoth.
I kiss his head.
Sure that he will love that.
Yes.
You've landed on the first floor with a bit of a thud.
Okay.
Helen falling ungracefully into your arms. Where are you going? What are you doing? What has pulled you from a night's sleep?
I want to follow the barkeeper home.
Want to follow Rafe?
Yes. The name that I definitely wrote down.
Yeah, right.
Raif.
Raeff.
Yes.
Sure. So you will get to see as you are waiting outside, trying to see where Rafe is going to go, given that you did drop almost 10 gold on her by yourself.
Yes.
You see a clean-shaven, brown-haired human male, very well-to-do. Excuse me. The clothing do not match the colors of the city that you've seen. They're not sea-bound. They look more earthly, more grounded, very much kind of browns, blacks, and purples. And he motions to the Mutineers Lounge where you're staying, and you see a young, kind of half elf, maybe at this distance, come rushing towards the door, and he yells out, "Gavin, please, make sure that we're not disturbing them." And the young boy kind of nods and rushes inside. The gentleman starts to pull off his gloves, and you notice after the second one comes off, he goes to put them in his pocket, and he looks in your direction. "Hi, you're a big one."
Uh, I suppose. Yes.
"What's your
Yeah.
name?" And you see him start to walk over to you.
They call me Eteocles.
"Oh, are you in the employ of an elf, a half elf, and a goblin, perchance?"
Elf, half elf, goblin. Yes,
"Excellent.
that is what they are. Yes.
A Nathaniel Hughes sent me to find you. This is most
Nathaniel
fortuitous.
Hughes. Okay.
It's most fortuitous that I have come across you.
What is your name, friend?
Oh, excuse me, how dreadfully droll of me." He flourishes and bows to you, and he's like, "My name is Count Venestratus Durenth of Momont.
Oh,
You may call me Ven."
Count Vent.
Yes.
Who is the little boy named Gavin?
That is my squire is the best term, I think.
Well, it is sweet. Helen is my squire.
Oh, what a magnificent beast.
Yes. Yes. She is a good dog.
Hmm.
S-
He
Uh,
he
Count
continues to
Vent.
step towards you, by the
Oh,
way.
I take a step back.
Yeah.
Count Vent.
Yes.
Who is Nathaniel Hughes?
My boy, he is one of the
Oh, he is your
lieutenants.
boy.
No,
You're his papa.
no, he is one of the lieutenants of the Mistmen.
The who?
The Mistmen, the people who keep charge of the city.
Oh, they do bad job.
I believe that you're currently in their employ, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh, yeah, I think so. Hold on. I don't remember if I ever put the badge back on Helen.
It is on
Helen,
Helen.
Helen, do you have badge still?
Yeah, she rolls over and shows you her belly.
Yes, we are still. We still. I suppose I am Miss Men as well. If that is case, then we do really good job. We killed at least 13 people inside that bar earlier.
13.
Yes, from pockets. The pockets people.
Oh, how
Yes.
truly fate has blessed me this day.
Why?
For it is, I have, mind you, no proof of this, but I believe that members of the Pockets Guild have stolen something from me. I've come to
Oh
see if your
shit.
group could retrieve it.
Ah, look up at the window.
Lights are off.
What did they steal?
I have a family heirloom that has been in
Oh
my
no.
family for generations. It is very dear
Okay.
to me, and it has the absence of it has forced me to stay in town longer than I have anticipated.
Uh,
You know,
Okay.
so speed is of the essence if it means anything to you. Uh,
Okay.
but I have a walking stick that has a silver raven's head at the top
Uh,
and a silver pointed tip at its base. Very beautifully and intricately carved wooden shaft. I would like it back.
Shift.
I know my audience. I know what words to use.
It's like penis. Shift.
He nods.
Do you understand? You're not laughing.
Oh, it's just because of the seriousness of the situation. You understand,
Oh,
my friend.
because you. Oh, I understand. Walking
Inside,
stick.
inside,
Walking
I
stick
am
with Raven's
laughing.
head.
Yes,
Okay. Pockets stole it.
I believe so.
The pockets were not. Pockets were not a big trouble to me. I have. Let me go inside. I have to double check something. But did you retrace your last steps? Do you know exactly where it was when you lost it?
Oh, of course. I had placed it on top of my luggage, which was going to
Okay.
be taken from my estate. I'm
Okay.
I have a room at the Tide Swallow,
The tide swallow.
and it was, yeah, there it is again. Uh,
I hang out with a lot of high schoolers and middle schoolers.
yeah.
One of them is in chat.
Uh, but I placed it on top of my luggage, and it was to be taken to the southernmost docks where my ship is currently accruing a extended stay fee, unfortunately. But it is docked at the Tempest docks.
Did you lose it in transit or before?
I I can only assume that somewhere from my room to the docks, it fell a stranger's hands.
Is it okay if I rip a piece of your clothing?
Oh, please. And he
Okay,
hands
I rip
you,
a
he steps away and he hands you his gloves.
fucking. Oh, I do not need to rip a glove.
No, you can have those.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I fucking abandon him. I go inside the bar.
Yeah.
Rafe,
She looks at you.
do you need assistance walking home?
No, no, I shouldn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want you to be hurt.
no, I usually wait for Mandan to come in before I leave anyway.
Okay. How long till that?
Maybe another hour or two.
Okay.
And I mean, this gentleman is here now, and you see Gavin. Now that you can see him in the torchlight, he is
Gavin,
this thin, waferish looking half elf boy who's got the traditional squire's kind of bowl cut. Uh, very meticulously well crafted and put together clothing for his station. And he kind of nods at you. Hello, sir.
do you see the bloodstains on the floor still?
Yes, yes, it is a gruesome sight.
If you fucking hurt Rafe, I will find you and I will split you in two.
It has been noted, and I will make sure that no harm befalls her.
Good. Okay, Rafe, tell my friends that I am going to save a man's shaft.
She stares at you for a moment and then nods.
And then I go and give Helen one of the gloves. And I go, okay, girl,
And she
let us
immediately
find.
bites it and starts to just crocodile it like ragdoll
No,
back and
stop.
forth.
Helen, Helen, no. Helen, we're. Sniff, sniff, Helen, sniff it.
He lets it drop out of her mouth with a heavy slop, and she starts to smell it.
No, go. Don't go. I know you. Do not walk right over to Vent, who is standing over there. We are going to find his cane. Okay?
He barks,
All right, let us go find the cane.
and she takes off.
I run after her.
Okay. And now that we know what you're doing in the evening,
Yeah.
uh, we're gonna switch back as we are arriving at the docks. Excuse me. Dolo and Aelin and Togoth are in the middle of just. Togoth, more than anything, is just confused by the situation. But Aelin is just singing the praises of what good ideas have come out of Dolo in the last half hour. How long does this thing last? An hour?
An hour.
So the last 45 minutes.
Mm.
You come up to the docks. You can see that it is midday. There's people milling about. There's people fishing. The distance you can see what looks to be one fine ship compared to the other. One that looks to have been scuttled. And there's one that is not berthed at the docks, but it is in enough of a distance away that you can easily ferry back and forth if you have to. And as you come up across the docks, you can just smell the sea, the salt sea. You can smell the kind of mixtures of spices and fishes that have been caught and are kind of hung out to dry. It's not a bustling dock itself, but people are coming and going. Is Dolo keeping a mental track of how long the effect is going?
No. I'm so focused on finding this person that I haven't even, to be honest, I haven't even realized that she was charmed by it also. I was just like, wow, she's agreeing with me. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, this is so out of character of her.
Mhm.
Because my focus was the orc.
Yeah.
So I didn't even think that it was going to affect her.
Excellent.
Okay. So even after, you're still like, no, this is Aelin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she agrees with my
With your
idea.
brilliance. No, of course.
It took her
You're
long
brilliant.
enough to realize who's the brains of the operation here.
This new alien fits into the group so much nicer.
Yeah. Poseidon does do miracles. It was those 2 gold
I
I
mean,
gave.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
It was your sacrifice.
Yeah. So as you're looking around and you're kind of trying to see where the Ginta ship is, the Ginta family ship, trying to figure out what's going on, there's, I want to say, this sudden shift in the wind. There's a moment where every single fiber of your elven heritage just comes bristling back, Aelin, and everything shifts. And you start to remember all of the shit that you've been spewing, all of the comments, all of the agreements, all of the unnecessary kind of kissassery that has happened, and it dawns on you that you've befallen a charm effect of some kind against the racial benefits of being an elf. Something, and it isn't. You don't find it to be sinister, but it is definitely devious. And then, like a snap of a finger, it's over. And there's this little glitter of residue that just kind of sits on the shoulders of Dolo. And Togoth is just kind of like sitting there picking his nose, staring off into the water.
I would like I have decided that I wanted to have fun with this, and I need my friend Jeff over there. Just roll a d6, please. Just roll it.
Okay. I got a 5.
Fantastic. That is what I'm going to do to you now. I wrote down 6 different things that I would do in my reaction to you charming me.
I love this.
And I figured that it would be better if you got to choose your own punishment.
Okay.
So, as I feel this like thing and I see that it's fucking Dolo and I'm realizing that I have been doing nothing but praising him and saying pleasurable things about him, I just want to, so I believe that I'm going to yell out, "You God's damn prick," really loudly. And I'm going to cast Mage Hand, give him a wedgie, and launch him in the water.
Okay.
That is what I would like to do right now.
The mage hand is definitely not strong enough to launch him in the water, so I'll need to have Aelin make a athletics check.
That is more than fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
will.
sure.
I will have Dolo make one with disadvantage since it wasn't expected.
Athletics? Oh, good.
Aw, what the hell was that? It got like stuck in my screen.
Oh, good.
You bitch. What'd you
We're doing more garbage.
Oh,
no,
no.
I failed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a -1 I see?
Yeah.
Yeah, for athletics? Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
there's
have a
just
strength of -1, bro. What the fuck do you
Okay.
think about me?
Hold on.
Yeah.
But maybe it won't be able, my mage hand won't be able to fling it, but can it at least still give him like a really good
Oh, yeah.
wedgie?
Yeah.
Like I feel like his like till like ripping like
yeah.
ah.
I don't know if Dolo wears underwear or if it's just the grabbing of like the rear part of the pants. It just kind of comes up and jams that split straight in between your testes.
Hello, sailor.
And with that little kind of umph up that pulls you up onto your tippy toes, the simplest of pushes from Aelin knocks you into the water below.
And I just want to look at him as he's going into the water and I'll be like, "You're really charming, and I thought you were so hot, you kind of needed just to cool the fuck down." And I keep walking.
Cool. Now, consequences of our actions. Will,
Yes.
do I have to? How deep is this water?
It's maybe 10 feet deep at the most.
Cool. Save me, because I'm gonna drown. Because I have a strength of -1. Asshole.
Can Dolo not swim?
Well, is it swimming strength, isn't it?
It's an athletics check to tread the water.
So -1.
Roll it. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
You
look
gotta
at that.
roll.
I'm drowning. I got a 0.
So yeah, you
Saving throw, go!
Aelin pushes Dolo in. Togoth just kind of looks down and looks at his little hands like he's not going to be any help whatsoever. And the second that Dolo hits the water, he kind of flicks you off, and then you see this panic-stricken face as he starts to disappear under the water.
Okay, I go back. I don't go fast. I just like, God damn it, Dolo. Now I have to save you. God damn it. And I guess I reach in to grab him and I just drag him. I'm not jumping in this water. I'm going to grab him and I'm going to drag him onto the dock.
Okay. So you climb down a set of stairs nearby, a ladder, and you reach out to him. He's just a little bit too far away, so you're gonna have to make another athletics check to try to get closer to Aelin.
Dolo.
Oh my god. Bro, I'm rolling so bad today.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, great. Now I see him go fully under, don't I?
Yeah. Now he like you see him, like he sees you.
You know what?
There's
I'm
this
glad that this
glimmer.
happened. I'm glad that this happened.
Good.
Learn.
There's a glimmer of hope in his eyes as he sees you climb down the ladder, and you see him like he is trying to make forward movement, and all he's doing is just getting deeper into the water.
I have a question. Is Jeff happy that this happened, or is Dolo happy that this happened?
Oh no,
And
Jeff is happy that this happened out of character because I'm like, see what happens? See what happens? He specifically said there was no ill intentions for any of this. And
No,
he's still
well, there wasn't.
upset.
I didn't really think you were gonna drown. I didn't know you were a puss-ass bitch in the water.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now we know.
So
Now we know.
I like want to roll my eyes from the stairs and just like, and I pick my hair up to try to like, and I kind of try to like swim out into the water, and I freaking bring him in with me. Do I need to make an athletics?
Yes. Yes.
I thought
Can I
so.
try to assist her?
No, please don't.
Yeah. I think it'd be better if you don't help.
Don't. Please. Don't. I can literally fling you from
Yeah.
the water. I got a 21. I'm
Natural
fine.
20. Natural 20. Very nice.
natural 20.
That's how you save people. Like
That's how you save them.
there's a literal Baywatch moment as you sigh, you pull your hair back, you take one of your little throwing darts, put it into a bun, and you throw yourself into the water. And you come up underneath him, and in the same kind of stroke, start leading him back to the stairway, to the ladder, and he's just coughing up water. He is not helping whatsoever. And the second you get onto the ladder, it's just like, oh, I'm safe now.
Well, that was that was quite unnecessary. What the hell was that for?
I told you I thought you were extremely hot and charming and had such an amazing afternoon and walk to the dock. You could have used a moment to cool down, but you went all dramatic, and I didn't realize you couldn't fucking swim.
Yes, I'm more of a performer than a swimmer.
Well,
I'm
clearly,
very much landlocked.
being surrounded by water, not the best place for you, Dolo. Not the best place. And I keep
Well, that's why I try to stay on the dock. I usually try to, stay on the dock unless I'm getting a rectal examination with my trousers.
How does that feel? Is
And
your butt
and I
okay?
pick it out.
It's all nice and wet now. It's
Yeah,
just like a
and I just get it out. I just get up, and I just start walking up after she says that.
Yeah. And you
Like,
see that
wonderful.
Togoth is just kind of like staring at the water, just that could have been dangerous.
I keep
Less-
walking, looking
yeah.
for this stupid ship.
As you two are kind of sitting there drying off as much of the clothes as you can while still wearing it, you hear a voice cry out, "Over here, boys! That's the Rierto ship right there!" And you see a young woman go rushing by. It is remarkable. For a moment, Aelin, you are flabbergasted. There is this long shock of stark white hair that's been tied back in a braid, and the eyes look to be tinged in red, and she's definitely dressed in what looks to be this swarthy garb that you wouldn't have ever seen on her. But as she rushes past you, that's Nyx.
Whoa. No. No. Do I stop? I stop and catch myself for a moment.
Yeah.
I don't know what
And
I'm actually
She
looking
stops
at.
and turns to point at the ship at the far end of the dock, and you see that there's a couple of halflings and other smaller races like a couple of dwarves and some gnomes that are carrying some stuff. And she just kind of puts her foot down. Excuse me. Very, very similar to how you remember her whenever she would pout. And then she just kind of smiles like, "Come on, you little sea dogs, move those legs." And that smile is her smile.
I call her name out. I yell Nyx.
There's a look of surprise, and then she kind of looks in your direction, but there's no recollection there.
Does she turn away from me, or are we locked right now?
She stares at you for a moment, and then she kind of remembers what she's doing, and she starts to take off for the ship.
I follow her.
I take off also.
Okay. And as the two of you are rushing, we're going to go back to the evening hours. As we find Eteocles following Helen deeper into the city.
And they don't know their name or where they came from. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Sing the song of the fame where they came from. Ah, ooh. It is good hunting music.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It is a moment to blend back into. I know what I'm doing.
You see Helen come rushing up to what looks to be another tavern, another inn of some sorts. You can hear there's music being played inside. There's laughter. There's people kind of coming out in different states of undress. Excuse me. Some of them with escorts that seem to be the same gender, some that are opposite gender, and they're coming and going. And some will be coming, some will be going. But this is the Salt Kissed Lovers Tavern. Helen just kind
Salt,
of comes up to the door and starts pawing at it.
Salt Kiss Lovers Tavern. Okay. All right, Helen. You know the drill.
He gets on her back.
I give her a little belly rub. Okay. Uh, I don't know what to do exactly. But we're going to just we're going to go inside. We're going to look for the cane. And try not to get arrested. Yes?
Works.
Okay. Let us go in. I open the door.
Immediately, the first thing that hits you is the smell of the food, the ale, the liquor that's just rampant in everyone's clothing. Excuse me. The next thing that hits you is just the music. There is what looks to be a three-piece orchestra of some kind. There's somebody on a human on what looks to be this standing bass, this little gnome on a stool who has a lute, and then this dwarf on these three drums that seem to be hanging off of his belt. And they're all just going to town.
Hey. Okay.
The bar is full. There's not an empty seat anywhere. The bar, the tables all have at least somebody, one person sitting at them. The bartenders are running back and forth. One is behind the bar. One is kind of filling drinks out to the people. And you can see that there is a door that swings open every so often, and a burly half-orc comes out and delivers food from the kitchen.
Okay.
It looks to be a
Does
dwarf or another kind of gnome that seems to be in charge of the food preparation that you've seen.
Okay. Is there does anyone like take like proper notice of me when I walk in?
Not at all. Nobody gives a shit.
Not at all. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Um then I would like to look for like I guess like the most ruffian type person in the room.
Ruffian type person.
That makes the person who looks the most like they would hang out with the 12 people that I killed today.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Okay. Make a judgment check.
Make a try not to die check. You are super
Bro,
excited.
you guys are rolling really bad tonight.
I would
Really
like to go to Real Dice. I don't trust this website anymore.
Oof.
I don't.
This was just as bad last time too.
That's why I don't trust this. I'm like, I need to clickety clack.
The click clacks.
You have them in your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah,
Uh,
clickety clacks.
Yeah. No, that's why I roll real dice. You look around, and
There's a nun.
for a moment, you look down at Helen. Helen looks up at you, and you realize that everyone in here looks like they could have been part of the 12 that attacked you. The only people that stand out are the bartenders and the half-orc coming in and out of the kitchen. But even the dwarf or gnome that you saw in the kitchen is just like, they're suspicious as fuck.
Right. How many people are in the bar exactly?
You're looking at least 3 dozen.
Will? Even or odds?
Oh, I'm gonna go evens.
I'm gonna roll a 20 for maximum chance, even though it's all 50-50.
18.
I walk up to the musicians. What are the instruments one more time?
Standing bass, a lute, and the drums.
I look at the drummer.
Yep.
You're going to want to stop playing real quick.
He is completely lost. Like he has his eyes closed. He's
I grab the top of his head. I don't think you heard me. You're going to want to stop playing very quickly.
all 3 of them stop the second you touch him.
Thank you. Hello, members of this establishment. I am Eteocles, the Forgotten, current member of the Messmen. Which one of you is a member of Pockets?
Everybody scrambles out the door.
Aelin, get them!
She freezes for a moment. There are too many people, and she just doesn't know who to go after.
The first person running next to me, axe in the back.
So when we said maybe no combat, what we said.
I mean, you two won't see combat.
This was
No, we
this
won't.
was Even's play was
I love it.
if everyone's evil and I'm now a cop, everyone has to die. The odds play was give the bartender 19 gold and see what he had to say.
Well, this is going to be entertaining, and I
Yep.
can't wait to see how this goes down.
Yeah,
Yep.
the next episode's going to be you guys mourning my body.
Right, basically. Helen's going to bring your head
Yeah.
all crying and shit.
It'll be an easy way to explain why you're not there. But give me an attack roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, it does. It sure does. Roll damage.
6 slashing damage.
Okay. There is a satisfactory thunk as your axe head comes into the middle of this guy's back. You hear him scream out, and then he just collapses and just kind of slowly starts to slide off the axe head. Helen
Nice.
finally picks a target and just rushes out and starts to bite on their ankle and just makes them collapse. And they start
Perfect.
screaming. One of the barkeeps just kind of slams his towel on the bar and is just like, this again. But people are trying to get out through the front door. There's people that are making their way upstairs just to get out through whatever openings there are up there.
Fine. Next person.
Make an attack roll.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, or do.
All right. Can I also start raging or no?
Yeah, bro. Do it.
Okay,
Do what you want to do.
Cool. I don't know exactly what that's gonna do for me because I've not been a barbarian much long.
It just adds
We're
2 more
gonna get
damage.
kicked out of this town.
9 damage.
Okay.
I don't add anything to that. So 9.
That's with the +2 damage from raging.
So 11
Okay.
damage.
So you put your foot on the first guy that you cleaved into. You pull your axe out with a very satisfactory, and you
Mhm.
just come swinging like Babe Ruth at this halfling that is just was having a good time. Was having a good time and is now a smear on the wall as you've just taken your entire double-sided axe to his back and just launched him like a golf ball into the wall, like a training simulator. And as you swing back and you're getting ready to bring your axe down on somebody else, one older dwarf just kind of steps out of the crowd holding the cane up.
Ooh.
It's right here. It's right here. Just stop. Just stop killing people.
I stop. I get a good look at the cane.
Yeah, it looks like it is some kind of bird. Top. Looks
Okay.
silvery.
I want to make sure it's a raven.
See how the rolls are for you. Let's do a nature check.
That's a flat 6.
I mean, that bird.
Okay. I'm gonna choke this guy until he's unconscious.
Make an athletics check. Start to
Good
grapple.
at that. Am I still raging or no?
Yeah, so you have advantage.
Okay.
You might have got him. Rolled a 12.
Rolled an 8 both times.
Oh no.
Wait, hold on. Wait, do I add anything to it?
No.
No?
Just
Okay, yeah, I rolled an
advantage.
8 both times.
Oh no.
Which is weird because did I roll a 3 both
Both
times?
times.
Dang. Yeah.
So
Icarus flew too close to the sun.
yeah. You reach out your hands to try to choke him out, and he just throws the cane in your face and just kind of hits you for a soft thap. And as you're kind of shocked that somebody would do that to you, let alone in the middle of your rage,
Mhm.
you look down at the cane, and as you do, he scurries into the crowd and you lose him.
Where's Helen in relation to him?
I mean, she's still on top of the one guy she got.
Oh. Well, now I want him dead, so I'm gonna hunt him down. He's in the crowd running out.
Yep.
Can I can I just run at him and slash?
And you've lost sight of him. You'd have to
Oh.
make a survival check with disadvantage.
Survival check with disadvantage?
Yep.
All right. It's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gone.
There's just too many people. Excuse me. There's too many people in front of you. There's too many people. Like the second you get close to them, they start to scatter even more. People are screaming. Some of them are huddled in like fetal positions, just crying out, "Please don't hurt me! Please don't hurt me!" Um,
I tell Helen to heal.
let's go of who she's attacking. She rushes over to your side.
I look at the drummer. Begin to play somber music.
They do. Have to play a funeral dirge.
I throw 5 gold to them.
The gnome on the stool kind of nods, but his eyes never waver from you.
I look at the gnome. Do I need to remember your face?
Very softly, very slowly. Just
Walk over to the bartender. Wait, is he the bartender?
no.
Then I walk over to the bartender. I give him 5 gold. I apologize for inconvenience.
Takes the money. He's like, listen, man, you're one of the few missmen that's actually paid for the damages you've caused. So if you keep doing that, break away.
Cool. That gnome, do I need to remember his face?
Altus? Got it.
Yes. Is he good guy?
Yeah. It's on everything press, but sure.
Austis! Come here.
You see that the lute playing stops, kind of looks at the dwarf drummer, looks at the human bassist, and they all avoid his eye contact. They're like shaking their head, they're concentrating on the instrument. Climbs down, very slowly starts to walk over to you.
Are you good at the pan flutes?
I've tried them once or twice, but I'm not good.
Okay. Can you meet me at the Mutineers Lounge tomorrow? My friends are there, and I would like to play a song with you and your friends. For my friend Aelin, Dolo, and Togo.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you are very talented. Do you know that?
Tell me. You
Yes.
hear a guy screaming in the background in pain. That's the guy that Helen was. Like,
You should put alcohol on his wound.
I mean, yeah,
Go,
that's better for
go.
the
Yes. I'll see you. I will see you tomorrow.
climbs back onto his stool and starts to play again.
Okay, Helen. Let us go take this man his game.
As you start to make your way back to the Mutineers Lounge, we're gonna bounce back. Dolo and Aelin, both of you take off after this female, and Togoth just kind of sticks there and he's like, "All right, I guess I'll start fishing."
Don't fall in.
I'm not paying attention to anything.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. The second she turns back to see you two chasing her, and she just starts to book. Like she kicks it into second gear and just starts racing towards the ship.
I double down.
Okay. Are you using your rogue ability?
Yes.
Are you're gonna use your bonus action to dash?
Yep.
Okay. You shoot off in front of Dolo because you are much faster than he is. Uh, you know the roguely tricks. You know you can see the kind of parkour map laid out in front of you as you're running, and you just start vaulting things, vaulting people, sliding under carts, doing whatever you can to kind of close the distance. And before she gets to the ramp leading up to the ship itself, just kind of tackle her.
I want to pin her down to the floor and take a really good look at her face.
It now, as she's under you, as she had been under you several times before, there is something off about her. She's not quite what you remember, and you don't know what it is. I mean, it's definitely the hair can be changed whenever you want. The eyes just look like they're tinged with red from having cried a lot, so that's not built. Uh, there's just something in the overall geometrics of her face that aren't the same.
Does she look at me with any sign of recognition whatsoever?
Not at all. She's afraid for her life.
Should be.
You can see the shadow of Dolo now caught up to you.
Coming.
Yeah.
And so I kind of already know that this isn't who I think it is, right?
Probably not.
I literally jump off of her and push her and kind of crawl back on the floor, kind of panting, and go to grab for my necklace. And I'm just on the floor, completely out of it for a second.
And she just kind of like looks at you. She's like, what is that all about? What do you want with me?
Who the fuck are you?
I mean, I'm just a worker.
I take a deep sigh. I look at her and tell her, take me to Rierto, his ship.
Points behind her. This one here, heading towards. Doesn't even sound like her.
Yeah. I am completely and utterly distraught at this point, and I call for Dolo. Follow this fucking bitch. And kind of like shake myself off. And I'm still holding on to my necklace. And like just gaunt. Like I'm just here and not here. At this moment right now. So I'm kind of looking at her and kind of like shaking my head, but can't stop looking at her.
Yeah. She's about to step up onto the ramp. She kind of looks at the two of you. She's like, "Do I know you? Have I wronged you in a way?"
No, you just look really close to someone who hurt me. And I keep walking. I follow her. Take me.
She stops. It makes her sorry. Did Naya hurt you?
I stop and I'm like, who?
Naya Bells?
Does that name ring a bell to me?
Not at
At
all.
I look at her and I'm like, ooh, and who's that?
And she kind of sees where she is for a moment. She's like, "A better is spoken of private," and he leads you up into the ship itself and into one of the side quarters. As she does, she she motions for you to go in. She follows you in, and after she closes the door, takes a deep breath, and you see the hair almost unravel by itself and just becomes this mop of blue-green kind of coral colored hair. And as she turns around, you see the features are completely gone. There's just this kind of Voldemort like face, and the skin is a mixture of marbled white and gray. Uh, the eyes are wide and very large, almond shapes. The mouth is very thin, very small. Just these two little kind of slits on the nose. And she kind of holds her hands together, and you can see that she's shortened maybe about 6 or 7 inches. So now she's barely breaking 5 feet. About 5'2" now. And there's a moment where
Hold
kind
on,
of
Jeff, mute yourself real quick. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
um kind of looks over. My name is Adamir Thibs. Met Naya go help me get out of a stuck in. She left. I kind of adapted on us. Use everything. I kind of sees you hold
I
up your
stop her.
hand. Yeah, she.
Yeah, I stop her real quick and I'm like, I'm sorry. You said her name was Naya? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Naya what was her name?
Naya Bells.
Interesting. I and where did you meet her? Where did you meet her? What is it that you were in trouble with?
She became one of uh the favored members of what used to be my owner's faction guild. Pockets.
Hmm.
I used to be a slave until she freed me. My old employer, slave master, what I am.
I immediately, as soon as she said uh the word slave, I'm like immediately at that like I could feel that like elf rage like right at my throat. And like now the wall is breathing from like my anger is what's happening right now, like visibly so, like she's seen that this is sorry, drop something, visibly upsetting me, and I kind of put my hand up again and I'm like, so you were a slave for pockets, that's what I'm understanding, right?
Not
Right.
for the guild itself. I was a slave to one of its members.
Got it. Got it. And so Naya was a member of the Pockets Guild.
Naya infiltrated the guild because she had heard about slavery.
Awesome. Awesome. Is there a place to sit down where
Yeah.
we are?
Oh
Like
yeah.
where
Yeah.
I take a
There's a
seat.
stool and there's a hammock.
I sit on the stool. I sit on the stool.
I'm in the back, completely quiet, just staring.
Yeah, this is probably the first time either of you have ever seen this race. Um, some of you might have heard of them, but to see them in person is wild.
I
He has a feminine form, but it looks like this alien creature standing in front of you.
um what happened to Naya?
After she saved me and some of the others left, said that she had to find somebody. At least a year ago.
I'm sorry. When?
A year ago, probably closer to two.
Okay.
No, Naya.
No, I don't know Naya.
I don't say anything.
But you looked like someone. And I guess then that means Naya looked like someone.
And you see her take on the Naya form.
don't do that. Mm-mm. No. I'm gonna need you not to do that.
Oh, sure. And you hear the difference in her voice. And as she shifts back down, kind of holds her hands out in front of her. Sorry, I just or not.
You look like someone I knew. Or Naya looked like someone that I knew. um I asked for a second to she snuck us into what, like her room, into like an area of the ship.
Yeah, it's just a room.
So I looked to Dolo really quick, and I'm like, Dolo, you're the one with the bright ideas of our little band of misfits. You've got all the good questions you want to ask about the the ship. She must know what's up. And I take a moment.
Yeah. You're muted.
Yep, you're muted.
I just go, and I just walk out.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw you in the water later again. Throw you in the water later. So now
Curveball
we're
City.
alone.
Yeah.
We're alone in the room. Now, real quick, did we establish time frame for my backstory and all of that? Like the time that it's been that I've been like out and about?
We did not.
Okay.
You're an elf, so you have nothing but time.
Nothing but time.
Will, can I text you something? Because I'm not going to ask for the table.
Sure.
Okay.
I think I figured out what it is. That's
It's your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, because when I got close to the phone, it was that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yep.
type this, and I'm going to mute myself while I send you this.
Yeah.
There you go. So now that we're alone, I look to her and I say, I'm sorry. Can you show me again?
And kind of looks back at the still open door, and
Oh, damn it. I didn't ask if the door was closed.
oh,
I thought he said he just left and closed the door.
no.
Damn it.
He said he left,
Cool,
so
cool,
I'm
cool.
assuming the door is
Cool. No,
still
yeah. That's my bad.
So
That's my bad.
I you see her kind of look down the door, and then he kind of gets on the other side of it. So if anybody opens it unseen from
I
any,
mage hand it.
and you see he slowly shifts back into it.
So I
All right.
yeah, it's fine. I stay back for a second and I'm just like looking at her. I want to slowly come up to her and just kind of caress her face for a moment. And as I do so, my eyes well up and I kind of push back and I say, I didn't know her as Naya. As Naya though. For me, she was always Nyx. You seemed to turn when I said that name. Have you heard that name before?
Not a life before.
Mm, mm. Uh, do You said all of this happened a year or two ago. You've heard nothing of her since.
He left. Oh, assume his spouse's aunt. She was someone.
You don't know. You don't know who.
Don't. Never spoke of them. I only noticed that there was a lot of pain. And do with her life before.
When does this ship leave?
We're still waiting for Master Rierto to come back. But we have all the supplies that we need for, so it's just waiting for the young master to return.
When was the last time you saw him?
A week ago.
Wow. I opened the door back up. I used Mage Hand to open the door back up. I look at her. I tell her, I ask you one favor. At least change the hair color. And I walk around her and I tell her that I will return. I need to get the rest of my party. I have more questions for her if she doesn't mind.
Oh. I don't use the name Adamir here on the ship, however. No. You'll have to use this owner's name where Gemma Crossguard.
All right, Gemma. I'll be back pretty soon, actually. And I need to go outside. I need to go past the docks. I need to gather my thoughts. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't look at Dolo. I don't really answer. I'm not running, but I'm just escaping the vicinity for a moment. And almost like having a panic attack.
Okay.
I'm having a panic attack.
Yeah, you
And trying to
see
leave
that Dolo's not
anybody
even
close.
you see that Dolo's not even like more than a couple of steps away. He's just kind of staring out one of the portholes as you come out and turns to look at you. But she comes out, she follows you out in her form, in her Gemma form.
I just look, and I guess Aelin just walks past me, and I'm just like, is everything all right? And I say that to the to this. Well, I know her as what, Naya, because she said Naya.
Yeah.
Before I left. Yeah. So I'm like, is everything okay, Naya?
Gemma.
Ah.
Call myself Gemma.
Oh, right, the thing you did, right?
If you could keep the fact that I'm three of us, hate that silly.
You have no concern with me on secrets.
That's a you.
And I just kind of like shake my head. I'm just like, so this is Rietro's ship?
This is the Ginta family ship, yes.
I see. Well, full disclosure, we have been we're trying to find Rietro. We have some concerning matters we need to discuss with him promptly. When's the last time you saw him?
About a week ago, as I've said to you also.
My apologies, I was up.
Fine.
Is he? Did he say where he was going a week ago?
He was going to dinner with the Lady Jessica Ildar.
So he went to dinner a week ago, and he hasn't returned, and nobody's bothered to find him.
He is a guest of Ildar. We is there.
So, are you aware of what this is? And I show her the badge.
Nods.
Like, there's a reason we're here.
Lord Ginta in trouble.
If he keeps hiding, then more than we could probably help him. But there's some concerning news out of the House of Ildar, and it seems that news is directly correlated to your master.
Oh yeah.
Employer. I apologize. Employer.
Send word out. We do have a room at the Tide Swallow Estate. Well, I'll send a messenger to see if he's been about there. I'll send another messenger out to Ildar. Where are you staying so I can send word once
Well, I don't know if we're gonna get kicked out or not, since Eteocles is
Well,
destroying it every 2
he
seconds.
destroyed a different bar entirely.
Oh, it was a different one.
You're
Trying
staying
to
at the
find the
Mutineer.
name. There we go, the Mutineers. So we are currently residing at the Mutineers.
Oh, all right.
But Gemma, it is, again, I must emphasize, it is of the utmost importance that he not try to flee.
Of course. Make sure
And I
the
just
captain knows that we're not to leave without young Master Ginta or word from your office.
have you had close contact with him in your travels?
I try not to.
So you haven't noticed anything particular or odd with him? Okay. Well, Gemma, I do appreciate your assistance in this, and I extend my hand out to her,
Takes it.
and I just shake it, and I go, and be careful.
Of course.
And I go off the ship and try to follow where Aelin went.
I mean, she's just like aimlessly meandering, so it's not difficult to
Oh,
find.
okay. Like, oh, are you all right?
I look at him, and I will be. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. What did you find out?
Well, it appears that Pietro, Rierto, the last time they saw him was a week ago, and he was heading towards dinner with Lady Jessica.
Hmm.
My concern is she was the meal.
I can see why you made that assumption.
Vampires.
Why, of course. Of course. It's the vampires. That's exactly what it would be. um yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I think that is a very well assumption. Do you think we should go back to our rooms and tell the others, or tell our Hope that ET's back over there?
Yes, I'm quite concerned that he has been MIA for quite some time. I'm sure there's nothing good that's come of it.
Probably not, but we've heard nothing yet, so that's good news. No news is good news.
I do have some ideas, but I'd prefer with the whole party be here to discuss it, not in the open.
And
Um,
as you start to make your way back towards the mutineers, we're gonna focus in on E.T. the night before. You have the cane.
Yes.
You have Helen. Making
Yes.
your way back to the mutineers.
Yes.
Inside, you see Gavin and the Count sitting at a table. Gavin has a drink and food in front of him. The Count just kind of like stares absentmindedly out the window. There's a moment when you walk up that you can see yourself reflected in the window. You can see Gavin, and he turns around and he just sees you. He's a smile on his face widens.
On
Ah,
Gavin's face?
no, on the Count's.
Oh,
Count looks at you. Ah,
hello.
excellent. Found it.
I think so. Easy to this.
Takes it from you. See that he pulls himself out of the booth, stands up, puts the cane down on the floor. You can see that it is remarkably tall enough to kind of be held out so that his hand is almost like at a 30-degree angle. If he brings it in, his hand just kind of slides underneath the bird face, and he just kind of holds it from. Yes, finally,
This is so good. I'm so happy for you.
please take this. And he snaps his fingers. Gavin nods and reaches underneath the table, and you can see a small coffer. He opens it and he pulls out a leather bag that just heavily thunks onto the table.
Okay.
For your group, uh,
Oh, okay. How
services
much is
rendered.
it?
I mean, gold.
Oh, wow. We got 100 gold, Helen.
He barks.
That is so nice.
Would your group be interested in another errand?
Probably. Yes.
Snaps his fingers again, and Gavin pulls out another equally large leather bag and thunks it on the table.
Oh.
Here's a down payment then.
Oh.
Another
Okay.
100 gold.
Wonderful. What is this a down payment for?
The reason I have arrived here, and the reason for my stay, excuse me,
Yes.
was I'm tracking down several of my family's heirlooms that have been taken from us and been scattered to the four winds. This is my compass. Without this, I rest.
Okay.
One of them is a signet ring that was stolen from my family about 3 generations ago. It came into the possession of someone here in Cove City during the big ordeal that happened uh, before the
Okay.
city kind of floated outward. What it is now during the war for the 7 seats, as it's called. The signet
Yes,
ring
yes.
disappeared. I
Oh,
believe not here in the city. It has to be in the
okay.
ruins nearby.
Okay.
Should I entreat your group go into the ruins, find my signet ring?
Probably. Yeah.
Excellent.
What does it look like?
He snaps his fingers, and Rierto produces out of the coffer a folded up piece of parchment that has a drawing of the ring.
Okay.
He
What does it look like?
It is beautiful. I mean, it's a drawing of it, but it does look like a ring. It's got this very deep, kind of well at the top of it that looks like it is used to emboss letters, with wax seals.
Okay.
Uh, but it just looks like another raven's head, like it's just pointed up. Uh, there's an incredible amount of detail to the feathering.
Hold on. Wait, I just scrolled up in my notes. Hold on, sir. Can you tell me your name one more time?
Of course. My name is Count Benestratus Urenth Beaumont.
Does he? Hey, Will?
Yeah.
Does he look like the little man in my photo?
He does not. And photo.
Okay, then you
Uh,
messed up and you're freaking me out.
Then you
Yeah,
messed
you're
up on
freaking
your
us
names.
out.
Because
No,
Rierto is the man in my
no.
little pocket photo.
Right. He didn't say that this guy said it. The guy called for Rierto.
Yes.
The guy called for Rierto to bring him the picture.
You mean Gavin?
Gavin is his.
No, but he said Rierto.
No, Gavin.
Okay, but it's Gavin. It's not
So
okay.
his name is Gavin.
heard
It's
what-
not
I-
Rierto.
but I
No.
heard
I
him-
also
heard
heard it. That's why I
call for
scrolled
Rierto.
up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
heard him
did.
call
It
for
was a
Rierto.
mistake.
All right, that's my
Yeah, he
mistake.
did, and he did.
Yeah,
It was a
Gavin.
mistake.
All of
It was
us
a
did.
mistake.
That's
Okay.
why I freaked
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
I was like, "You have his picture."
I
You
know.
have it.
I saw you going like this, and I was like, "Hold on, wait, I have a photo in my pocket." And I
Yes.
scrolled up, and I was like, "He just said that name."
How do you
No.
not look at the picture
No.
and look at the guy?
No.
No, his.
It's okay. It's a
Okay,
mistake.
Will. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
back. I'm
All
back.
right,
okay.
all right, we're good.
It's
We're
okay.
good. We're good.
It's
We're good.
okay.
We're good. We're good.
His servant is
Okay.
Gavin.
We were gonna be
Yeah.
one barbarian less in the
Yeah,
group after
yeah.
this.
Yeah, you were. But no, the Count and his envoy Gavin.
Yes.
Gavin produces folded up parchment. It looks like it's a very well crafted ring. You know, it's got the raven's head pointed up or down, one way or the other. Incredible craftsmanship. Paid attention to the feathering, and it just has a little d, lowercase d, one side of the raven head, and then an uppercase R on the other side of the raven head. And he looks at you, he's like, I am willing to give your group another 400 gold upon it.
Oh, and you think it is in the ruins?
I believe so. I've
Okay.
scoured the city with the cane before it was taken from me. Nowhere
So the cane is a compass.
is.
Okay, and you're going to keep it.
I am.
Okay, so my question then is, and sit down with me. I killed 2 people tonight to get to your compass back.
He,
And I sit down, I just start scratching Helen's head.
Yeah.
You want me to go find objects? Yes.
you and your group, of course.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. Just simple yeses, nos.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
You have the compass to do this. Yes.
Correct.
So why not? If you don't want to go into ruins, I understand it is dangerous.
Of course.
Why? My question. Hold on. My question to you is, why do I not get compass so I can go find rain better?
Because I am going back Beaumont so that I may find whatever treasure hidden there.
Okay, I understand that. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Listen to this. What if I just find all your treasures and bring them back to you? Because I don't really know what we're doing here. They didn't really so what happened earlier this evening was I come back from hunting with
He holds up his hand.
Helen.
Holds up his
No,
hand.
hold on. I'm telling you story of the hunt. I come back with Helen. We
I
were
would be
hunting.
remiss, however, if I forced your group to a task that could take years.
I'm pretty sure if it does take years, one of them is an elf. They're gonna live like another 500 of those. I think Dolo might live half of that if you're half elf. Me and Togo, we don't have long in our lives, and I honestly, for 400 gold, sure, I'll devote my life to this. I suppose.
He laughs.
I'm trying. I'm actively. Can
I
I
just
do like
wanna-
a persuasion check?
I just need to point this out real quick. I'm sorry because it's
Sure.
in my head
Yeah.
that his character's voice changed from the first session he played into Gru from Despicable Me so fast, and I love it so much. You're like, I'm going to over there. The minions. Like, I love it though. I absolutely fucking love it.
It is just plain.
Yeah, that's a natural evolution, bro.
I'm going to roll persuasion and
Listen.
pray to God that I get a natural 20.
You don't have to roll persuasion.
Because I'm doing that good of a job, obviously.
He laughs at your comment and then says, I will meet you here tomorrow evening. And
Okay.
as long as you have someone in your group that is skilled in the arcane, I will draw up, I'll say 3 scrolls
Okay.
that will help to locate, at least to narrow down where the signet ring.
I mean, I could go wake up Dolo right now. No, he'll be mad.
You have done more than enough for one night. You've earned your rest, friend.
Ooh.
And in fact, I entreat you
Ooh.
stay in an adjoining room
Oh.
that I may keep better tabs on.
Why?
I mean, if you're going to
That
be the
that
envoy
sounds
between me and your group, I think I should take care of you, no?
all right. I do appreciate, young man, cover your ears, please. I do appreciate the offer, but my partner is dead, and I have sworn to celibacy.
He puts his
Um,
hand on yours.
No, I promise. No, it is not it is not you. It is me and the rituals.
And
Aelin is my new life mate.
he just looks you in the eye and
Please stop.
says, please, just
I
night.
I would actually rather hang out with Gavin.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, shit, I'm dead. This is a vampire. I should have realized that from the beginning. A wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh
I
man.
know what he's doing.
I rolled a 5.
Perfect.
Undead sex. Undead
Undead sex.
And you see the second he says, please, just for tonight, what could one night hurt?
100 gold is 100 gold.
You have 200 gold sitting in front of you.
Yeah, I mean,
He looks at you, he's like, I'm sure that an adjoining room can be made available at the Tide Swallow where I'm staying.
oh, let me. Okay,
Gavin, if
we
you're
tried
finished,
hard.
and Gavin still has like half the plate of food left, but he pushes it forward. I'm done, sir. Excellent.
Can I leave a note?
Looks at you again. That won't be necessary.
Okay.
There's just this tinge in your mind that you're just like, yeah, that won't be necessary.
It's okay. Fuck those guys.
And he goes over.
They're going. I got so
and
much money.
He puts 2 gold pieces on the counter, and you see Rafe kind of look over at you.
I dropped 50 gold on the counter for Rafe.
Jesus, that's party funds, bro.
I did a solo job.
Okay.
I'll take 50 for doing half the work. The other half is all for them.
Okay.
Oh shit, I added 50. Hold on.
Oh.
Remove.
So you two go off into the night.
Good night, Rafe. Get home safe.
He waves at you.
She has 60-something gold from me alone.
Yeah. Yeah, you
She lives luxury
do
now.
do not go to strip clubs. The way you're tipping. But we come back over.
But she really liked me.
Yeah, she's really like me. We come back
She's
over.
going to name bread after me.
Yeah, seriously. We hop back over to Aelin and Dolo as they're making their way to the meeting lounge. What are you guys discussing? Road.
I'm not talking at all. I'm still having like I am trying to mask a panic attack that I'm having. So
Gotcha.
I feel like I'm just really being watchful who's around me, actually. Now I'm kind of even paying more attention to who I see around where I am.
What is
In
Dolo doing?
Elvish, in Elvish, I just say, it's. I know you're not one to talk, especially when you're in your moods, and you did try to kill me earlier today. But if you do need an ear, I'm here for you.
I cut him a glance and I half smirk um, and say, I wasn't trying to kill you, Dolo, but it was funny. And thanks. And I kind of wink at him. And then I say, where the fuck are we going to do next?
Well, I believe we should meet up with Eteocles and come together to make some kind of decision. I believe we may want to go to the House of Ildar, because according to Gemma, he was staying there or was headed there to pick up Lady Yasaka for the dinner. Maybe he's tried to go back. Um, we, we still have also the cobbler that we need to look into. My concern is that if we don't stay on the track of Rierto, we may lose him when they return to Momont.
Oh, no, I need to get back up on that ship tomorrow at some point.
Well, I've already advised Gemma to let us know as soon as he returns to the ship. So
Cool. What time of day is it right now, Will?
It's getting close to sundown.
Okay.
See it off the horizon, just kind of slinking down.
Okay. I think that we keep hearing about this Tide Swallow estate. Isn't that where he was supposed to stay? Isn't that where he had his estate or his
that's
room?
correct. Yes.
Oh, I think we should head there next.
Tonight or tomorrow morning?
No, tomorrow morning. I've got some other things I have to handle tonight. And I keep walking.
I look down at Togoth. I'm like, it's never a good sign when she says that.
No, it isn't.
And I just keep walking. I just wanted Will to do the Togoth voice.
I know. I was hoping for it.
And I just keep walking.
Would have happened naturally, bro. Gotta let it happen.
At this point, I am. Is there anything in this town? So I'm assuming we're headed back to where we were, and all of these like gangs and guilds are all over the place. Is there like turfs, so to speak,
There
with
are.
these like factions? Like, where are we? Where is our space in regards to the turfs? I'm assuming since there was pockets at the bar that we're near their turf. I'm assuming.
Not at all.
Oh, so they were just randomly there?
Yeah. They followed
Cool.
you.
Cool.
Well, they were there for the
They-
job.
So
Okay.
Pockets tends to their main kind of territory is the island just west of Tideswallow. So whereas Tideswallow is the island south, or rather east of I forget that this is shifted. Tideswallow sits east of the mainland, but it is the southernmost portion of the Old Kingdom. South of Tideswallow is another kind of jagged island. The Old Kingdom, it consists of 3 islands that are called the Three Fingers, and so Pockets controls the southernmost finger.
Okay.
The docks that they control are the Ale docks, the Winter docks, the Summer docks, and the Vine docks.
And we were just at the winter docks, correct? 'Cause
Just
that's where
at the Winter docks.
fantastic. We just left there, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, fun times, fun times. Should have asked this question before. Okay.
Now you
How-
know.
Now I know I'm getting better. Gotta get better. I love that at your intro you were like, they did not ask the name of this character. They did not ask the name of this character. They also yeah, and you are like, just so that you know, Brandon, the reason that we went back to the temple and even realized that there was a different shift and that we may have potentially spoken to a ghost is because we realized that we were told to find someone and none of us asked who he looked like, and we just left. We were like,
I
cool.
love that for us. We
We're
are a
just like-
good group.
we're like, we're just gonna know exactly what this guy looks like.
Yeah,
So
you're level 3, bro.
yeah, you
You're level
know.
3. There's room to grow.
So okay, and how long? Sorry, I just need to ask all these questions before I know what I'm doing next. How long is it from our stay to their main island? Like, how long would it take to get there?
At night, maybe like half an hour.
Sweet.
You have to
Cool.
skirt. Normally, you could go through Fairview Park, but the park closes at night. You'd have to skirt around it.
Okay. All good things. All good things.
Also, there's
Um,
two bridges that leads to the southern finger. So, whereas the other fingers have one bridge,
Got
points
it.
of entry. Not counting
Alright.
any of the docks that you could take a ferry to.
Awesome. And so, um, I want to now, as we're walking, I ask Dolo, so you know you're gonna pay for that charm you put on me, right? Again, because that was nearly that water trick wasn't enough because I had to save you.
So first, I was not aware that you were charmed. I was going for the large orc. Secondly, I feel near death is quite sufficient for the level of insult that you felt from the unintentional charming of you.
You got to know that it's not really payback when I still have to save you. Like that's just not how that works. You know, if I have to save you, then just and who the fuck doesn't swim?
I preferred studies.
Well, a whole lot of good that did you. All right. So
I'm
we
so
head back.
tempted to charm person again.
Bro, try me.
Do it.
It's like, bygones be bygones. Touch. Whoopsie.
Would I feel a failed charm attempt?
No. You would only feel the second the charm ends.
Damn it. All right, cool.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
No, I just wanted to know if like because if it becomes a running joke where I just randomly feel zapped, so whenever I actually win the save, I'll be like, and I just look at you and I'm like, stop it.
No, I think the running joke is gonna be that every fiber of your elven being just being like, how do we not resist this?
Seriously, I feel
I really
very
don't know how you didn't resist that. Like,
twice. Because
Yeah.
this
You can't
this
resist
is-
charms?
he
No,
she can, but not when she rolls low
No, I rolled horrible. I failed
on
both
her advantage.
on my
That's
advantage.
great.
I failed both rolls.
I love that.
Yeah,
for
like
you.
no, I feel very less elf today. Like I feel like my own heritage has failed me, and that I allowed myself to be debased in such a fashion that I was constantly charming him, and now I feel like I need to insult him to make up for how
Yeah.
much I
Yeah.
felt
The
charmed.
bad,
from him.
So you roll
the
that charisma saving throw anyway.
the scales must be balanced.
They have to be balanced. So, as I guess we start making our way, I don't
Yeah.
really want to talk, so I feel like I'm picking up
Yeah.
the pace and really trying to get back
Sure.
to the Mutineers.
Yeah, and I think you think everybody's gonna do their own separate thing for dinner. I don't see you kind of all sitting at a table making plans. I think today has been a really weird day for all of you.
Yeah.
You see that Mandan is still at the bar. He gives you back your note. I never saw the bugbear come in, so I don't know if you want me to hold on to this.
That was your note. Aelin.
What? I'm sorry, I
That
missed
was
that.
your note
That's your
that you
note.
left.
Yes. Yeah. So what?
So he
I'm
asked
sorry.
if
Repeat
you-
the question.
I was like,
I'm
not my
looking at the
note.
map. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the map on here right now, and I'm making plans. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. What was that?
He's like,
That ain't my note.
your bugbear friend never came back, so I don't know if you want me to hold on to this or just give it back or throw it
Oh.
away or
He never got the note.
never got the note.
No. And I grab the note and I flip it over, and I say, "We're back, and you're not. I'm not leaving you another note. Fuck you." And then like a heart, and I leave it there. A
Mm.
heart and an A.
And you see Mandan kind of look at it. He's like, "You don't think he's gonna get confused by the note on both sides?"
He might.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
And that's the point. And
I have an
wink.
intelligence of 10.
I
Alright.
know.
I wouldn't get that confused.
All right.
I almost feel like I should put for the correct answer, flip over on both sides.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But
How do you
he,
keep
see
an
if-
idiot bugbear busy?
yeah.
Let's see if my new vampire daddy will let me free.
Oh,
Funny
I'm not
thing-
allowed to go outside at night.
Yo, when Togoth comes in back and plays and realizes that all his thoughts about vampires and his friend has actually been captured by one, he's
Yep.
gonna lose it. I
Yep.
can't wait.
And you slapped the steak out of his hand.
oh yeah, we have stakes
I mean, you had
Do
steaks.
we?
that we fashioned out of a chair.
No, well, Togoth did, and then we slapped it out
I
of
know.
his
I
hand.
picked it up, and I picked it
Oh.
up because remember,
Oh,
I
sorry.
started thinking vampires existed.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they
That's right.
do.
All right.
I'm
So,
fucking one.
No,
so yeah,
I
Ellie.
think you got that reversed. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
He's fucking mean.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Oh
And-
no.
And Helen's just watching.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
just-
I'm making eye contact like I don't know what's happening. Stop judging me.
Traumatized Helen in the background.
Go back to your room. Go back to your room.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Not like she wouldn't be involved or anything like that. You know how she is.
yeah.
But as
Soggy style.
as everybody's kind of separated for the evening, the dinners are being had, plans are being hatched, and somewhere someone has just begun the transition to selling their soul to what might be the BBEG of the game. This is where we're going to leave off for tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. As always, please continue to wash your hands, continue to keep your distance, continue to wear your masks in public. If you are of age and you can get vaccinated, please get vaccinated. I myself am double vaccinated and boosted, and I am still trying to dodge COVID. Like it's overtime at the Dodgeball Championships, and Chuck Norris is giving me the thumbs up. But please take care of yourselves. As always, we take mental health here on the channel very serious. So if you feel like you need to reach out, help, just know that there are phone numbers going up if you're watching live in the Twitch chat, or they will be in the description box for our YouTube audience. If you are not in the United States, there's also a link going up that will help you find the resources you need in the area that you live in. So just know that there are resources available and there are people who are willing to listen and help you at any cost. If you are a friend or family member of somebody that is normally a strong or happy-go-lucky personality, please check in on them, because you never know just how far a simple hello or how are you will change the trajectory of somebody's life. So please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. As always, I will see you on Monday for our Vampire the Masquerade game. It's our Anarch chapter. Tuesday will be our Wild West, Werewolf the Wild West game. And then Friday, we will hop over to a different time period. We're going to hop into the future or the very, very far past of Star Wars for our the Fall of the Jedi campaign. So please, wherever you want to find me, you can find me. If you want to find me on Twitch, my schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Friday. If you want to find me on YouTube, you can search Ravnos Space Archon. Should pop up for you. You can catch up on all the episodes, especially for this game, since we're just on episode 4, and I'm looking forward to see where all the shenanigans take them. So as always, please have a good night. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you when I see you.